In less than a half-century, the Arabian Gulf has become a key player in the global chemical and petrochemical industries. The region took its first steps towards gaining value from the extraction of methane gas in 1964 with the formation of the Kuwait Fertilizer Company. The 1970s saw the GCC countries pushing the industry forward, with Qatar leading the way in the development of the ethane chain. Construction of Jubail Industrial City and the Master Gas System laid the foundation for the creation of an industry leader in SABIC, followed by the establishment of an inter-GCC joint venture GPEC in Bahrain. The UAE formed its first chemical venture in Abu Dhabi in 1980, the start of a decade that saw Saudi Arabia leading the way as the pace of development grew. With new operations like the Saudi Formaldehyde Chemical Company reflecting a forward-thinking policy geared towards a larger role for the private sector. By the early 90s, SABIC had become the first company to produce propylene and polypropylene, a key milestone in the industry's products diversification drive. It also achieved the region's first major R&D success with the co-licensing of alpha-butyl, and inaugurated its first R&D center in Riyadh in 1994. By 1997, Kuwait's first international joint venture, KUWAIT, had commenced production, and Saudi Chevron began its first private petrochemical operation, as the Arabian Gulf region turned itself into a hub of the global chemical industry. The beginning of the new millennium saw rapid technological advances and increased manufacturing capacity overseas. The growth of the private sector continued, with new companies pushing boundaries, creating ever-increasing value by utilizing economies of scale and upstream integration to maximize returns. In 2011, Oman Oil and Petrochemicals operations was consolidated with the creation of OPEC. Investment across the GCC rose to record levels with the development of groundbreaking facilities that were unthinkable only a few decades before. $20 billion injected by Sadara in Saudi Arabia and $5 billion by OPEC as the GCC continued to invest in world-class facilities. A region now leading the way with some of the most technologically advanced and environmentally friendly refineries on the planet. As a result, the GCC's global market share and position in commodity petrochemicals continues to grow. Last year, the GCC exported more than 67 million tons of chemical products, worth over $62 billion to 170 countries worldwide, creating 152,000 direct jobs, more than half of which were for GCC nationals. Our aim now is to build on these achievements, enabling continued success in the changing chemical landscape. Welcome to the 10th GPCA Annual Forum.